Okay, let me set up the map, and I'll pull you guys in
Okay.
just a second.
I can stealth up pretty much all the way to the hut, right?
With that
Okay.
roll, yes. I'm not
Okay.
going to ask you to reroll.
So yeah, I'll
So
stealth up to the hut and I'll try taking a peek inside windows if it has any.
okay, if you want to peek into the windows, I will have to ask you to make
All right.
another stealth roll. All right. So here's the map. Let me just get everybody on said map. Okay, Jhalixis. Oh, no, hold on. I have to put you on the token layer. Jhalixis, Lava, Reaver, Scout, Thanos, and Adriana. Yep. And now let's see if she saw you coming towards the house. Nope.
Oh
Oh wait,
yeah,
I rolled
wrong roll.
form, not. Yep, wrong roll.
That's a lovely
Yeah.
stealth detection dance.
Yeah, it's that dance of Dark
Oh.
Souls with that one spear. All right, and your stealth was
Yeah, so
16.
she'd see
Hers
me.
was 20. So, yep. As you peek into the window, you see her just as she's casting a spell to change her shape. You do see that she is an ugly, haggard-looking woman with green flesh and sea green hair. Give me a nature roll.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Nope, not
This
dealing
is
with
all.
that.
This is all cowboy shit. Nope.
So
Let me
I'm
get-
next. I'm next to Reaver, but invisible. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get baked
that,
into a fucking cake.
that roll is not going to give you any information, but it will give Lafa information. Lafa, you recognize her as a green hag.
fucking knew it.
So what do you? You know, this is
Yeah.
the little pleasure that I get.
This is not good. This is bad. This is really bad. I tap Reaver's. Well, is she looking like at Reaver as he's like peeking in through the window?
She is aware of Reaver, and as she ducks down behind some of the furnishings inside of behind a large cauldron in the center of the room, and she's rapping a knuckle on the floor.
Nope.
I lean down and I whisper in Elvish into Reaver's ears like, "This is a hag. This is very bad."
It is. What, what do you believe our course should be? Should we run for it?
What? Real quick before we go, Jhalixis, since you were searching around, you don't see any traps around. It appears she didn't trap her hut, but you do see some signs of dead bodies that were tossed underneath the uplifted roots of trees, and you do see the bodies are kind of unusual. You might be able to get some information with a medicine roll.
Mm-hmm.
First for everything.
Apparently, you got it. It takes you a little moment to look over them, but I'm going to whisper this to you.
Okay.
There you go.
I smile as memories of horrors of the internet come to my mind. Just, just because of how brutal this event's gonna be. And I just cast Globe of Darkness inside the hut. And I just shout, like, fight or flight. This is for real now.
I go.
Is this the real life or just a fantasy?
Caught in a
Can I do that?
landslide, no escape from reality.
TM.
Well,
Hey guys, give me 1 second. Sorry.
No problem.
now this is where that song starts playing in the background. I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy, 'cause it's easy come, easy go.
Especially when
Little
you're
heart,
clan slamming hill ogres across the
Yeah.
field.
right, and I look like every crescendo of the song, like a little mini creature pops up out of the ground around us. Like, fuck, this is not good.
Let's play croquet.
Okay, I'm sorry. I missed. Just got a sudden call. So what did everybody do?
So, Lava is kind of tugging on Reaver's armor and saying, "We need to run." And so Lava starts making his way.
I throw darkness in the hut to cover their escape.
It's not gonna help.
Anything helps right now.
Okay, so you cast your spell Darkness into the hut, and the hag hisses and howls as the darkness spreads throughout the room. Since it's a magical darkness, she might not be able to see through it. Meanwhile, the sword is your moonblade is tingling in your hand.
So I'm holding on to the blade and I'm kind of like feeling like, what are you trying to tell me to do?
And you feel the tingle directing your attention to your left, to your right, actually, given the direction you're going.
So then I look to my right.
Give me a perception roll.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. You see a pale elven figure staring at you, crouched into the tree line. And as she opens her mouth, you see two large fangs sticking out. She appears groggy given the day, given the time of the day, but she is watchful, and her eyes are directed towards you. What do you do?
I turn to face her with my blade, like between me and her, and I go, "Vampire."
I stand and face the vampire.
I look at how hot Vampire is.
She appears to be a elven woman with large fangs sticking out of her mouth as she hisses towards your group. Seeing that the party has noticed her, she here we go. She leaps up to this outcropping and stares at your group with her hand raised up and large claws sticking out of her hand. Since you're in a deep part of the woods, she is safe from the daylight, but you can tell that since it is daytime, she is kind of haggard and tired. And you hear that rapping from the witch's hut, from the hag's hut.
Can I make a movement? Are we?
We're not in initiative yet, so this is free move.
Alright, I want to run up and jump up to be up there with her and kind of greet her. Pull the robes of my monastery off to reveal I'm a drow. And kind of say hello.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Jhalixis, what are you doing, you fool with a vampire? Do not flirt with a fucking vampire.
Who says I'm flirting? Shut up. Hello, my name is Jhalixis.
Oh god,
Hello.
this is gonna be
While
bad.
Menzo
Jhalixis
Baranza.
is while Jhalixis is trying to play reverse Twilight, I'm going to use I'm gonna do a divine sense to sort of get like if I can figure out how powerful of an undead she is, and do a religion roll to see what I know about vampires.
Okay, so first for your senses, she appears to be a vampire spawn, a fledgling created by a greater vampire. And apparently, she is tied to this region, perhaps to the witch's hut. And as far as you can make your religion roll to see if you can find more. Okay. Besides the fact that running water and direct sunlight would do a lot of damage to her, she is vulnerable to radiant damage, and she is immune to several conditions, such as poison, and she is able to climb walls and ceilings without issue.
This is gonna be
She
bad.
basically has permanent spider climb.
Going to shout up at Jhalixis. Get your dro ass down here. If she jumps on us, let me handle her. You guys get away.
We all need to get
Can
away.
She looks. What did you want to do, Jhalixis, before I say anything?
I wanted to talk to her.
Okay. What do you want? Why are you here? Why are any of you here? Why is he here? Pointing at Lafa.
Him? Oh, him. Oh, I barely know him. But I'm just wondering, why are you guys here? I'll tell you why we're here. I'll tell you why I'm here, if you tell me why you're here.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Lafa's eyebrows go up. He's like, why is she pointing at me? I've never seen this woman in my life.
Oh, but she seems to know you, so find me if I don't trust you.
Okay. And let's see. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Boom. Okay. She seems to calm down around the drow, but she keeps darting her eyes directly towards Lafa. I would like Lafa, give me a perception roll.
Oh no.
I don't see anything.
Nope. She looks towards Jhalixis and says, I'm here to serve someone, to assist someone who can help me. Would you be willing to help me? And she moves a little closer.
Oh, this is bad.
I go, Jhalixis, get away from her.
Tell me, if I help you, will you stop helping her? And I point down at the witch. Do you need help to escape her?
I do. Would you come here and we can discuss this? And she motions closer to her.
I like it up here. I mean, it's so quiet, so nice. But please, do tell me, what do you need? What does your master need from you right now? Maybe I can...
Oh, this is so bad.
Stop it.
And she sighs and she relaxes, stands up, seeming to take just a regular posture, and give me an insight roll. Jhalixis.
Oh boy.
Gotcha.
This is bad.
Okay. You see that she was attempting to faint, and you step out of the way just as she leaps at you all of a sudden.
Okay, can I use the most...
What would you like to do?
I want to grapple her, like roll backwards, and then launch her off the this cliff so that she can get all the fall damage of being thrown to the ground.
She's a fucking vampire. It's not gonna hurt her.
You can try it.
Yeah, I mean, she can't fly, she can climb shit, but gravity's a bitch to everyone.
Give me a athletics roll,
and
this will be opposed by hers. Well, let him roll first, and then you guys can react, because now we're going back into initiative.
Oh, good lord.
And here, Lafa just wanted to run away from the fucking hag.
Okay. It looks like you were not able to. You got to go hold of her, but she pushed you off, and now you're engaged. And now we're going to go back into initiative.
This is bad.
Oh,
come on.
Really? Why are we fighting a hag at level 5? This is not a good idea.
And this is all thanks to Jhalixis.
This is such a... Fighting a fucking vampire and a hag. Oh,
It's a halfling.
Still, dude, it's bad.
Oh my god. I blame you.
Yeah, this is all Jhalixis' fault. Like, we were gonna get away, and then he fucked it up. Leave it to a goddamn drow.
Just because he wanted some vampire pussy.
I wanted to
Hold
get the
on,
drum.
we're missing one. Which role are we
Adriana?
missing?
Oh, and Jhalixis, yeah.
Jhalixis has to roll as well. Oh wow. Okay, well, Adriana's not going
Yeah.
in for a time. Jhalixis?
Huh?
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, it's all good.
Fuck.
I thought because I already went, I was gonna be at the end.
She's hard to fucking hit too.
Again.
Okay. So that's going to be Enos, you're first. This is rare.
Yeah. So they're up on some kind of raised area.
Yeah. Basically, you could easily climb up here. Basically, running up the walkway, effectively a walkway. You can also try to jump straight up with athletics.
Either way, I wouldn't quite be in range to hit her if I moved.
Would you be able to take your
You know
double
what?
move to get in range,
Here's-
but you just wouldn't be able to attack?
Yeah. How
Yeah, if you-
strong and dangerous do I think this vampire spawn is?
She's going to be a very worthy opponent for the party. But
Not only
with
that-
the hag
Yeah,
as
the
well.
hag is. This is.
Alright,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get out here in front of this part of the party,
Okay.
take a defensive posture, and say, "All right, guys, fall back. I'll cover you. I'll be right behind you."
Okay,
and
so
I'll-
you're taking a guard action?
Guard, readying an attack for things that try and get to me or get past me.
Are you still retreating
we're
or are we actually
retreating.
gonna fight?
We're retreating from this.
Okay,
This
okay.
is not. This is not good.
I don't know about you, but I went a little too far on that giant.
All right, so then it'll be the vampire's turn. The vampire kisses towards the drow and says, "If you won't help me, then I'll get it myself." And she is going to run here.
Oh
You get an attack opportunity. She's basically
And
vampire.
can I shout when she does that? Can I shout out to you?
What do you want to do?
Do I have any inkling of the sword issue or no? 'Cause
He's probably gonna get us
I
killed
don't
right
think
now.
he's
God
ever
damn
spoken
it.
of it, right? No, I don't know anything about it.
I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell a drow about anything like this.
Okay, but I'll shout out that she wants an item from you because I can pretty obviously get that from what she just shouted at me.
Yeah, well, she shouted so the party heard, but you can actually get an attack opportunity because she's just running away to get to Alpha.
Can I grapple her? No. I just want to attack her. Fuck her up.
Okay.
Can I use Flurry of Blows on her?
You can use that, but first you have to make your attack and hit.
Okay.
Okay, let me just check her sheet. That will hit, so she will take 5 points of damage. And because of you, you can use a key to get the flurry of blows.
Alright.
Oop.
All right, that will miss. And I think that will be it. So she takes 5 points of damage as you punch her in the side as she leaps. And let me just check her movement because that actually matters. Okay, so she is going to be. Actually, I have to measure this because this matters. Yep, she's good. So she's going to take a swipe at Lafa.
No.
So here we go. 24 hits, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you take 5, and she's initiated a grapple, and she will attempt to bite. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
You take 5 points of damage. You took 20 points of damage total, and your maximum HP is reduced by 10 for the rest of until you get a long rest.
Fuck.
All right, and that's her action.
So I took 20 points of damage.
Yeah, and your max HP is temporarily reduced by 10.
So I went down to 18. Fuck.
All right, Jhalixis, you're up.
Can I get a running start and jump on this, and then attack her with another martial arts attack?
You can, but would you like to move behind her so that you get attack? There you go, advantage.
Yeah, run,
Go for it.
jump, advantage. I'll use another key for. Actually, I'll just do martial arts, and then maybe I can get three attacks.
Yep, go for it. Well, actually 4 because you get an extra attack.
Okay, that is that.
That hits. So go ahead and keep rolling because you have that hits as well, and that's going to be 15 so far. Keep rolling. You have 2 more attacks because you spent that one will hit as well, so that's 21
Can
so
I
far.
use inspiration for this last one?
Well, you're already at advantage, so there's no point in using inspiration.
Okay.
So that make your roll. That last one will miss, however. But with your martial arts attack, she has taken 21 points of damage, and you're just punching her in the kidneys and like karate kicking her in the back of her head. But she still seems to have a laser focus on Lafa.
Whoa, fuck.
This is your fault. This is all your
Alright,
fault.
Lafa, you're up. You are currently grappled.
Blade Song and fucking Blur, dude.
Good call. All
Blade
right.
Song and Blur, and that's like I cast that spell, and my form just like comes all blurry and shit. And I'm like, oh, this is fucking bad, and I'm like screaming in pain because that bitch just bit in my neck. I'm
And
like,
the hag's
"Fuck!"
moving.
All right. So the hag steps to the window, and she is going to cast a spell targeting Thanos with Vicious Mockery. So Thanos, you have to make a DC 12 Charisma save or take 6 psychic damage, and your next attack will be at disadvantage.
What happened?
You have to make a Charisma save versus DC 12.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so you take 6 damage psychic, and you are at disadvantage on your next attack. Only the next one. And with that, she howls and she's cheering the vampire on as she ducks behind the wall for cover. And that's her action.
I yell out, for some reason this hag must be weak or low, because this vampire is her only
She's
protection.
not weak. She's not.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
They're
they're
not
not.
weak,
She
you fucking drown.
she is. She could very well kill us
Something's
very
wrong.
easy right
Something's
now, man.
different here.
Okay, so Scout will move up and attack the vampire.
Get this bitch off of me.
Certainly trying.
All right. So that's going to be a critical hit. So roll an extra damage die for her. For Scout.
Roll a what?
Another 2d4 apparently. Right, so that's going to be 18 points of damage from Scout, and she has to make a saving throw, strength saving throw. She's good. And what else do you do?
So I'm gonna move there. Wait. Actually, am I able to see the hag since she's ducking behind the wall, or?
Well, she's got half
Okay.
cover. But if you
Wasn't Reaver like right next to her and get like a attack of opportunity on himself?
yeah, if you want to move there, then she gets to swipe at you. She
Okay,
won't be able to grapple you though.
Hang on, I'm thinking.
Yeah, because you guys got yourselves in a
Jhalixis
pickle
got us
here.
into a pickle.
Because some drow went to talk to a fucking vampire. Let me end my character.
Okay, so I'm going to use one. I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm gonna use one action to cast Cordon of Arrows,
Oh, damn it.
and
Okay.
and I'm gonna place it right there.
All right, and that basically puts up like a. I'm just gonna use this token for that. Boom. Plant 4 more pieces of.
Yeah, basically I stick 4
okay.
arrows in the ground right there,
Um,
and I'll cast it to ignore everybody in the party. So basically, whenever the well, only one time, so I'm technically wasting 2 arrows, but when either the vampire or the hag comes within 30 feet of it, the arrow will attack, and they have to make a DC save, DC 14 save, or take 1d6 damage. Yep. So
That's rad.
basically, I'm trying to watch our back a little bit.
That's
So I'll
rad.
cast that, and then with my extra attack, I will swipe at the
is that?
vampire with my short sword.
Well, keep in mind you can plant 4 of those arrows. Plant 4 more pieces. Oh no! I see what you're doing. Okay. So then you're gonna.
Yeah, and then I'm
vampire, you
gonna
said?
use my short sword to attack the vampire.
Okay. You do not have advantage, but you can make a roll.
Did you just add something to the map, Herod?
No, that's his cordon of arrows.
Okay.
Relax.
I was about to be mad at you. I was
But
about
it
to be
looks
mad at you.
it looks like a narrow miss. All right, and unless there's anything else.
I'll use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on the hag again.
Okay. So I'll do that. All right, and now for her, she's going to move around, and she's going to try to rip the vampire off of you.
She's going to die is what she's going to do.
Well, she's trying to be a hero. So that's her roll, and that will be her roll at disadvantage because you are obviously struggling to help.
Ooh.
All right, you're broken free. All right, Thanos, you're up.
Alright, I'm just gonna straight up call this vampire some nasty things while I take a 20-foot move to get around behind her, burn my last 2 level 2 spell slot for Searing Smite and a level 2 Divine Smite. And I will also give myself my inspiration point.
Okay. So the inspiration point will negate your disadvantage, so make your roll.
I also am flanking.
Yeah, so let me see. It would be straight, so it becomes advantage. You're right.
Alright, here goes. Let me put my Searing Smite up real quick. It's Branding Smite, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
So I'm gonna go toss that 2d6 into my bonus. And then I will get 4d8 from the Divine Smite.
And 4d6 from the Radiant, because vampire.
So that 2d6 becomes 4d6.
Yeah, she's vulnerable to Radiant.
2 spell slots, okay.
So here goes the attack.
Miss, damn it.
It's
Right.
a.
Oh,
And I will add
good.
the 3. No, it's gonna be 4d8 because I'm casting it. I'm using Divine Smite as a level 2.
Okay, go for it.
She'll take an additional 21.
Wow.
God.
So that is 46 points of damage.
All right, and she is just hanging on a thread.
and I have a
But
second
she's
attack.
still up, but unfortunately second attack, so go for it.
Alright, this one, I don't have any bonuses for.
Oh, and also your penalty is negated because the
Wait.
vicious mockery wore off.
What, did he hit with that one because he had that vicious mockery?
Right, that's inspiration to negate,
Oh, okay.
negate it, and I'm also flanking.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So here's just a
So-
plain old hit. For a grand total of 46 damage across 2 hits. Let's see, 19 of it bludgeoning, the rest of it radiant.
Okay. And how do you want to do this?
So, as I'm watching Adriana pull the vampire off Lafa, I come around behind the vampire, spin her to face me. The damned have no place in this world, especially bothering my friend, and I just pile drive her into the ground. And seeing that the first hit doesn't completely knock her over, I then bash her across the forehead with
That
the
is
top
awesome.
of my maul. Sort of like so the first attack, I smash her in the face and it just explodes in light, and the second one is just kind of a hard thrust to the forehead to knock her off her feet.
Okay, and as the radiant damage melts her, she is bashed down to the ground to die once again. The elf, for a moment, looks back at Latha, and for a moment, you see a human woman. Oh, excuse me, not a human woman. You see a full elven woman who just looks to her and says, "Thank you. I can find rest." And finally, your blade stops tingling as the woman is brought to its rest. Hold on. Get back here. Since she's dead, we'll remove her. Okay, now you can move. What do you do?
I want to put my last poison on my crossbow bolt, and then get on a higher advantage right here. Look at that hag. Now,
Okay, which poison you putting on?
the last one, the truth poison.
Okay, truth poison has to be ingested, so yeah, you have to feed it to her.
Okay.
Oh, as a quick aside, the vampire corpse will be radiating light, dim light, for about a minute.
That works.
I got an idea. Hey, can I run straight up to that super fast like this, and then force feed this into her mouth?
You can try. Get a see if you can grapple her.
All right. What do I do?
Just run up and
Wait,
make
wait,
an
wait,
athletics roll.
Wait. Hold on. Share your strength. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Athletics. Does strength affect that at all?
Strength would, yes.
Okay. Could I drink a potion real quick and still do that, or would that take up my action?
That would be your bonus action, but you can do it.
I'll do that. I'll drink a potion of giant strength.
Okay. Which giant strength was it?
It is 21 strength for 1 hour.
Okay. So with 21 strength, that gives you +5 to your strength instead of your +1. So you drink the potion and you run up and make an athletics roll. Just add +4 to your roll.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to skills. I'm gonna go to athletics,
Yeah.
and then
But first,
do I
just
add 40?
no. You +4. So roll it and then whatever you roll, add 4.
Okay.
Or you can put a bonus on. So you have a 20, right? Yes. And I guess you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she is going to try to resist with her. Looks like she was trying to resist with her athletics, and nope, you got a grapple, and you force feed her the truth potion.
Okay, and I shout out to the rest of the group. Like, I gave her a truth serum, and I have her. Kill her and question her at the same time.
And she failed her saving throw against the poison. So she is now also taking the poison condition, which I will tell you shortly, because I remember it being kind of nasty.
The truth serum?
Disadvantage on all attack rolls
Oh,
and
wow.
ability checks. Shit. All right, so
So I just have a question. Thanos, is your weapon a magical weapon?
I actually wrote a description down for it. It's very brief.
Awesome.
A head wall of sturdy wood and steel. It's not magical.
So,
Does he have any magical attacks?
Herod,
yeah,
aren't vampires immune to non-magical weapons?
vampires are,
Yeah.
but this is a spawn. In 5th editions, vampire spawns are weaker.
Okay, because I'm just curious. I thought that that even the vampire spawns were still immune to non-magical weapons.
No, they're not immune. No, the vampire spawns are weaker.
Gotcha. All right. My turn then.
It is your turn.
So I
You
am.
Yeah,
still
so-
grappled.
Are we gonna try to kill her then, since Jhalixis has her grappled?
Kill her and question her at the same time, like I said.
Like, shout out, "Which the will be witch," and I fire off a chromatic orb at her at the same
Whoa,
time.
whoa, whoa! Alright, I kind of point her directly at Lafa if I can.
Well, she was on the other side of the wall, so you like pulling her through the window and out of the hut completely?
Right now, they're grappling at the window since he took his
Okay.
action to force feed her.
Okay.
He didn't jerk her out the window. But that's going to look like a miss. It breaks through the wall of the hut.
Oh,
And now,
That chromatic orb
Well,
always
he
misses
put a hole in the
us.
wall, so that helps. It
and
reduces
now-
her cover, at least.
Even in fucking Baldur's Gate, I remember that spell being fucking highly unreliable.
you know, yeah. Okay, so with her, she says, Wait! Promise to spare me and I'll answer all your questions, but you must swear it. Will you do so?
She's done with-
And what do you guys do?
Yeah,
hold
she's
on.
got to
No,
roll
no,
to
no,
see,
you're right,
but she has
right.
disadvantage.
No. She has no. It's because she's
Oh, yeah,
actually affected by the poison. She has to tell the truth. She says, "Wait! Swear to me that you'll spare my life, and I'll continue causing trouble across this region."
Oh, nice.
I laughed.
And when she realizes what she said, she then extends a finger and she will attempt to cast a lightning bolt at the larger group.
Can I?
Oh no!
But she's at disadvantage, though, right? Because
Since
oh
I'm
wait,
grappled, can I have like a
Oh,
attack?
hold on, I forgot. Hold on, I still have a bonus action. I'm going to take a health potion real quick because I need that. So just pick one. So 2d4.
Does she have disadvantage on this because I have her grappled?
Well, it's basically a fire and forget spell, so they have to make a saving throw.
Okay.
6. Okay, so I add 6 to myself.
Okay, so let me see where the spell goes.
Oh, also,
the-
she is technically in range of my arrows, so she has to make a saving throw first. See if she gets hit by one of my arrows.
Okay, and it's what kind of saving throw?
Yeah, it's a dexterity saving
Yeah,
throw.
it's a
She has to beat
dexterity.
14, and she did not.
Nope. So how much? She takes 1d6.
Correct.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that for me.
Oh.
Well, alright, so that happens, and then she fires her lightning bolt at the group. Let's find out who she is hitting.
Wrong way.
Whoop, no, wrong way. She's firing like so. So basically, Scout, Lafa, and Adriana have to make a dexterity saving throw. DC 13. Is it 13?
Well, Scout
Yes, it
survives.
is.
And I have advantage on dexterity.
Yep.
Because I am currently under the influence of my blade song.
Mm-hmm. And Adriana rolls 11. So
Good.
all right. So it looks like Scout and Lafa have passed. Adriana did not. So Adriana takes full damage. Everyone else takes half. So
Oh my god.
8 points damage, but Adriana is dead.
Oh shit.
He's
So I
just
take-
insta-dead.
So I take 17, right? Because that's rounded up.
Yeah, so 17 points, and Scout takes 17. And that's her action.
Oh boy.
People get drunk, it's hard for them to cast spells, right?
It's hard for them to concentrate, yes.
Okay.
Are you gonna try to...
Just
Are you
force-
losing your up?
Shut up, I like it.
Well, it's your turn.
Am I at any kind of disadvantage if I take a shot at her with my arrow?
No, but since she's still behind cover, she will have higher
And half
armor
cover,
class.
it's +2 AC.
I believe it's +5, actually. But I can check.
I would say that I'm like,
Well, yeah, on your next turn, if you maintain the grapple, you can pull it out.
no.
Cover. Here we go. Nope, you're right. It's +2. It's 3/4 cover. That's half. +5. So, Reaver, you can make your attack.
Okay, so I'll take one attack to shoot her. Good luck to me on this.
Alright, so +2 armor class. That's it. And by the way, I'm assuming you switched Hunter's Mark to her, so go ahead and roll that extra damage. Okay, so she is now bloodied as the arrow sticks out of her torso. She cries out in pain. What else
I'll
do you
use
do?
my extra move to cast Cure Wounds on Scout.
Okay.
Okay, and then I will have Scout move.
By the way, if you're interested, the entrance is
Okay.
here.
Shit. I'm just kind of worried because Scout's not in good shape still.
You could have him retreat.
Alright, I'll have him retreat for right now.
Like, if you move him near, then she won't be able to target him.
Okay, I'll have him hide out for right now. I can still move.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll move
And you
over
can
with
still
him.
move.
Actually, I'll hide up here so that way I can still kind of look over. And that'll be my
Okay.
turn.
And Thanos.
How bad is Lafa looking?
Fucked up.
Let's throw a cure at you.
Knight right here.
I mean,
Alright,
do that right.
so 1d8 plus charisma, if I'm correct. Alright, so you heal 7 points of health.
Oh, just out of curiosity, is the hag still hurting from, the earlier on battle?
Yeah, she didn't get the chance to heal, so she still
Okay, cool.
took that
Just making
damage.
sure. I'm curious how weak she basically
Don't worry,
is
I
at
got you
the
covered.
at the moment, or relatively.
Right, Thanos, is that it for you, or do you want to move?
Oh, it was 10 feet of movement. I'll move over to this side and try and shield Lafa.
Okay. Jhalixis, you're up.
Alright, so
You can try pulling her out of the window now.
I still have like
Yeah, you still have her grappled
how many? I only have like an action and a bonus action, right?
and a move.
Mhm.
Do you want to maintain the grapple? That's the first question.
Because if you maintain it, you can say you actually pull her through the window now.
I want to. Can I? I want to get the rest of my L and force feed her, so that
Okay.
she. Yeah, that L that I got for the house, that fine vintage. The rest of it.
So first, we have to roll to see if you maintain the grapple. So it's your athletics or acrobatics versus mine. Don't forget the +4 bonus. So for me, that will be.
Yeah,
Wait,
she's
not
at
Arcana, I'm
disadvantage
sorry.
too, right?
Yes. So that's 16. All right, she's broken free.
Alright. Was that my action?
No, that was basically at the top of the turn. So you still have your regular action.
Okay, then I'm just gonna attack her now.
All right, go for it. Cover does not matter for melee, so you can just punch her in the face. Roll it.
I used up. How many points do I have at this level?
You have 3 points, so you have 2 more.
I've used 2 already, though.
Okay, then you have 1 more.
Alright. Yeah, I want to do the martial arts attack on her.
Okay. That will hit. You take 7, and you get your free attack.
Now I want to do flurry of blows.
Okay. With flurry blows, you have 2 more, so roll twice more.
Wow.
Ooh, hold on. So that's 11, 18, 25 points of damage.
Alright. Is that it?
Actually, I need everyone to roll insight.
Of course.
Well,
Another vampire.
Yes, you have very well.
Insight.
okay, so Jhalixis and Thanos are not fooled when she crumples inside of Jhalixis' grip and falls across and bleeds out, seemingly falls into a puddle on the floor. She was apparently casting a feigned death spell, and that did not fool the paladin or the drow. So since half of you succeeded, the party knows.
Okay.
So there's not an issue. All right.
She's
so,
only playing.
So what is she, like a puddle on the floor right now, or what?
No, she tried to make it look like she was, but when she realized it failed, the illusion broke.
Okay.
So Lava, you're up.
So this roller coaster of near death has me a little exhausted, but I'm going to make my way here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take another healing potion.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have line of sight on her from the doorway here, do I?
Yes, you do. It's a pretty wide door.
Okay. Well, in that case.
And she does not have cover from where you are.
In that case.
Fireball up there, right?
No, I don't have fireball. How badly does she look?
pretty bad. She looked pretty bad.
Pretty
Yeah, because
bad.
remember,
Pretty bad.
that initial fight, I hit her for like 30 points of damage total, I think. Somewhere around there. And,
Okay.
you know, Thanos hit her for, what was it, 25? So she's,
That's not much.
yeah, she's taking a lot of damage.
So I'm just gonna use. What the hell? I'm gonna do another chaotic orb.
Please,
I'm
come
just
on.
gonna hit.
I'm about to say, you've gotten to hit once before.
All right, we
That one hit.
yeah, that one hit. And how much damage? And what
Yes.
time?
15. So I'm going to say fire damage.
All right, so she burns to a crisp as the fire racks her body in pain, and she howls in Sylvan, various curses and foul words insulting your parentage. But the one thing that you understood that she's yelling in Sylvan, so nobody else in the party knows it. But one thing that you heard her shouting out was trying to cast Sending that failed, as she was swearing to. Let me see. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to look. As she yells out, "Artist, you promised me this wouldn't happen!" And then she dies.
She did. Thank God we actually survived that. I totally forgot we had her damaged
I'm
earlier.
just panting. I'm like got like blood running down my neck, and like I got like this big old fucking scorch mark on my armor. I'm like.
I look out the door and I say, "Wow, you look pretty fucked up. I didn't get touched at all."
He's panting and he's staring murder at the drop for a moment.
And then I run around the tent. What do I